Hi, hello, welcome to or back to my channel. So today we are doing a little bit of an exciting video because I'm going out of my comfort zone because I haven't read much of fantasy. As you can see from the title, we are going to be reading 3 popular fantasy books and we are going out of my comfort zone and I am excited. And most of these I think are romantices. I'm a romantic girly, like if I'm going to read fantasy it has to have romance in it. I hope you all enjoy this video, give it a big thumbs up, subscribe and let's get into it. Okay, so the books we are going to be reading in this video is Divine Rivals by Rebecca Ross. Finally, I have started this. I can finally say I've listened to my TBR and I'm finally reading this book. The second book we'll be reading is Powerless by Lauren Roberts. This book really intimidates me because the font is so small. I mean, now I'm looking at it, it's not too bad. I mean, the font's quite small in here as well, but yeah, it's not that bad. It just reminds me of reading Binding 13, to be honest. Like, it's not the worst thing in the world. It could be smaller, you know, but still it's going to take me a while to read because it is a thicker book and it has a small font. It sounds very intriguing and it sounds like it has such a good plot. It's very Hunger Games-esque and I love Hunger Games. I haven't read the books. I know, I'm sorry, but I love the movies, so I can't wait for this one. The last book we will be reading is Caraval by Stephanie Garber. Now the thing that's really annoying about this video is we are going to be starting 3 new series, which not super duper excited about that, but I feel like if I'm going to read fantasy I've got to accept the fact that I am going to be in the middle of lots of series. Those are the 3 books we're going to be reading in this video. I'm super excited for all of them and I'm excited to jump into more fantasy. I feel like these are 3 safe options as well as a fantasy reader because I know they all have romance in. I know I'm probably going to love them. As you can see, I have started Divine Rivals. I'm 100 pages in and guess what, I absolutely adore this book, like, so much. I'm only 100 pages in. It is so romantic, it is so sad, it has a lot of tension in it. I love the tropes, like, oh, it is so good. Made me emotional a couple times already and we're only 100 pages in, especially with Iris's character because she's going through a lot. This, if you don't know, I feel like everyone knows what Divine Rivals is about now, but I'm going to explain it anyway in case anyone's curious. But this is about 2 people that work at the Gazette, which is a famous newspaper in this fantasy world. These are the 2 characters and they are competing for the same position, but they also are rivals because of this. Actually, Iris starts writing letters to her brother, puts them under the wardrobe and they keep disappearing. She later finds out that all these letters she's been sending haven't been going to her brother. She doesn't know who they've been going to, but she receives a letter back and then these 2 end up corresponding letters back and forth. They are corresponding magical letters to each other and the letters are so romantic and sweet. I just love them so much. Like, at the start they're just talking about the war and the world and the things that are happening in this world and the heartbreak that comes with Iris and her brother because he's been sent off to war. They're just opening up to each other, which is so sweet. And yeah, there was one quote that literally had me melting. Like, I was like, that is the most beautiful way of explaining love and trust issues and showing your trust to someone. Like, I just loved it. But yeah, let me just read it out to you because it was just, if this doesn't make you want to read the book, I don't know what will, to be honest, because it was beautiful. This is how beautiful Rebecca Ross is at writing love. I rarely share this part of my life with others, but I want to tell it to you now. A piece of armour, because I trust you. A glint of falling steel, because I feel safe with you. Like, that is just so freaking sweet and the most beautiful way to explain showing yourself to someone and opening up to someone. A steel of armour, like, oh, I love it so much. I love the way this is written. It's just so beautiful. Like, I'm gonna keep saying that word because that is the best way to explain this book. I just love how I'm only 100 pages in and it's a very emotional story and you can really feel the connection between these 2 even though it is only through letters. I just think that is the most romantic thing ever. I don't understand people that say it's slow. Like, I do not think this is slow so far. I feel like I'm reading it so quick. But anyways, yeah, I will update when I am halfway through the book. One thing I did forget to mention about Divine Rivals as well, the Gazette is a newspaper, so these two characters are both writers, which just adds another really romantic element to the story, and also just makes you connect more as a reader as well. I just love it when books are about books or about writing, them two like reading each other's work and obsessing over it and things like that. It adds so much to the book and its story. But yeah, I just wanted to say that because I feel like that's another reason why people might want to read it, because that made me want to read it. I will say, if you're new to fantasy, I highly recommend this book because the politics are so easy to understand. Like, there's not even that much politics in there. It's mainly focused on the magical typewriters. There is like a bit of politics like with the gods and the war and things like that, but it's not highly detailed like some fantasy is. Something just happened. Oh my god, such a good twist. I'm so happy. I'm so happy. Hi, so it is actually a couple days later now because it got to Friday and I never ever get the chance to read on a weekend, but I have been missing this book so much and I can't wait to finish it. I have like 100-ish pages left now and I just want to finish it. Like, I love this book so much. I want to see where it goes, especially the point that we're at now because they're at war. And it's so good. We're getting more scenes of them together, not just the letters, but I love the letters so much. Yeah, I just can't wait. So I feel like this ending is going to make me want to instantly go into Ruthless Vows, but we'll see. I have until 4:30 to read, so I'm going to read as much as I possibly can. I'm sad that I can't just binge the rest of this book, but I'm going to the gym at like 5, so I need to just read what I can and then I will hopefully finish it when I get home. I never annotate, but you know I love a book when I start doing this. Like, I'm not going to annotate because I get distracted, otherwise it takes me out of the story. But when I read that, I just had to, like, I had to remember that scene, so I've highlighted it. This is a very bold statement, but I think I've found one of my new favourite ships. One of my new favourite relationships. Roman and Iris. Did I beat Evangeline and Jax? No, but they are a very, very close second. Like, I love them so much. They give me the same feeling that Once Upon a Broken Heart gave me, and I haven't felt that with any relationship. And this is giving me that, and it's so good. I love that feeling so much. I definitely think this is going to be a 5 stars. So I have finished this phenomenal book. The way, oh my god, my hair. The way it ended, like, my heart just literally broke. Like, I can't wait to read the second book because the way that ended just, I am literally so upset and so heartbroken. I adore this book so much. Like Like I said earlier in the vlog, it gave me the same feeling that Once Upon a Broken Heart did, where I just fell in love with the characters instantly. I felt so much excitement when I picked it up. Most amazing feeling, like a 6-star read. It's like such a specific feeling that you can't explain. Like it's just, you literally fall in love with the book. So beautiful. The quotes, the way Rebecca Ross wrote this love story was so romantic and so stunning. Like the way she writes is just so beautiful. Like there's so many quotes that I could just literally print out and put on my wall, because she just explains love in the most, enchanting way. I feel like that's the right word. Enchanting. Like she really does, and I just loved it so much. She makes the love between these two characters so raw and believable and heartbreaking, and it just, oh, I just loved it. And the ending just literally put a knife straight through my heart. Like, I need to read the second book. I'm going to hold off because I want to take a break and then come back to it, because I know it's going to be over after that book, and I don't know how I feel about that. I don't know how I feel about saying goodbye to Roman and Iris, because I just love them so much. It's 5 stars, 6-star read for me. It's on my 6-star list. Like, I just want to give this book a hug. I just want to give the characters a hug. I could talk about this book forever, but I highly, highly recommend this book, this series. I do not understand people that say it's slow. Like, it's not slow, it's just a beautiful story with beautiful characters. Also, I love the side characters as well. Like, there's just so much to this book that I loved. If there's any reason to read it, it's definitely Roman. Like, he is such a beautiful love interest. He's so sweet. I loved him so much. And Iris as well, she was an angel. They were both such softies for each other, and it made my heart melt. We are going to start Powerless now. This is another story where I'm just going to fall in love with the characters. I'm excited to read like a proper enemies to lovers. We're going to jump into Powerless, and I'll let you know what it's about once I'm like 50-ish pages in. Ignore the TV, but I'm literally 38 pages in, and I'm already giggling over the dialogue. Like, we just got the first meeting and the 2 main characters, and the dialogue is everything. Literally going crazy, and I'm only 38 pages in. This isn't normal. Fantasy, it just does something to me. It's so good. Like, romance and fantasies is just, but this banner, I'm obsessed already with Kai. I love the female main character as well. She seems so strong and strong-minded. Like, I love her. But yeah, just had to say that because it's crazy that I'm 40 pages in and I'm already giggling over these two. So I have barely done any vlogging of Powerless. Like, I'm literally 300 pages in, over halfway, and I just haven't vlogged my process of reading this book. I've just been really enjoying it, and like kind of forgot about this video and forgot that I need to film. But I am loving this book so much. The stakes in this book are amazing. Like, the stakes are so high, and I love it. I love the trials. I love Payden. I love her as a character and how independent she is. I love that she's not a damsel in distress like a lot of characters are. I love that she's just her own person. Like, oh, I love her so much. And Kai, he's one of the best male main characters ever. The confidence he ensues, beautiful. Just one of my favourite tropes is when a guy has this cold exterior and then a girl brings his walls down. I just love it. I know it's cliche, but I love it so much. It always hits. I love it when Payden's ripping away those walls and seeing the real him. Like, it's so good. Like, I'm obsessed. I am obsessed. The fact that this girl is, I think she's 18 or 19, and she has written this masterpiece. What? And I just think Lauren Roberts should be so proud of herself. But this is about Payden, and basically Payden lives in the Kingdom of Alia. The Kingdom of Alia has one specific rule. All ordinaries have to be banished. Basically, in this world, there are elites and ordinaries. Elites are people that have powers, and ordinaries are people that literally just have no powers. They are ordinary, they're normal, but they're not allowed to be in this world. Basically, the king has said that all ordinaries have to be banished and executed. So basically, if you have no powers, you get killed. Payden is living in the slums in Alia, which is a very poor area, and she is hiding in plain sight because she is actually an ordinary, and she's pretending to be a psychic, so she's pretending to have psychic abilities, which she is actually really good at this because she's trained to make up this power. She's trained to be a fighter all her life. She's trained to be this powerful freaking woman, so she has to pretend basically in this world of elites that she has this power that she doesn't actually have. And then she actually saves the prince, Kai, and then she gets thrown into the purging trials, which are very dangerous trials between elites, and you basically have to do all these trials that are very deadly and scary. And obviously Payton has a disadvantage because she has no powers. She's ordinary, and even if she did have a psychic ability, it wouldn't be very good anyway because it's a very bland power. She wouldn't be able to use it to fight, so basically she has to use her own will, her own strength to fight off these elites in this trial. And it's very, very scary for her because she knows she doesn't have the abilities that these people have. All she has is herself and her own strength, which in comparison to people with powers is basically nothing. So she has to build up a lot of strength to fight in these trials, and it's so scary when you're reading it because you just know that she has such a disadvantage compared to these people that she's fighting, and you just want her to stay safe. And then also the tension between Kai and Payton is just so good because he is a hunter, he kills ordinaries, and he is falling in love with an ordinary and he doesn't know it. The tension that builds, oh, I just love the trope in there. I love it so much. Like, yeah, if you can't tell, I'm obsessed. I'm obsessed. I just can't wait for when he finds out and he's like, oh my god, what am I meant to do? Like, it's gonna be so... I feel like it's gonna break my heart when he finds out that she's an ordinary. Literally broke my heart. I hate the king. I hate him so much. That was pure pain. Oh, what's going to happen in the last 50 pages? What is this book doing to me? Why did it have to end like that? Wow, this lighting is awful. I am so sorry, and I'm so sorry if you can hear music in the background and my dog chewing her treat. But I'm gonna film this now, so you just gotta deal. But I finished Powerless last night and it was the best last 100 pages I have ever read. Throughout the whole book I was thinking this was going to be like a 4.5 star, but that ending solidified that this is definitely a 5 star for me. I knew I was connected to the characters and the relationship, but that ending really made me realise how much I was connected to this book and how much I feel for the characters. I do think though that the second book I'm going to enjoy so much more just from the way this ended. I feel like the enemies to lovers in the second book is going to just be insane. Like it was insane in this one, but I feel like the second one is going to be like next level. But there was one tiny thing that bothered me a little bit about this book, which I don't usually notice things like this, but I did notice it in this one. The amount of times that Warren Roberts decided to explain the way Kai's eyes looked and how grey they were was a bit annoying at times. Like I was like, okay, we get it, he has grey eyes, like you don't need to explain it in a million different ways. That was one thing that kind of irritated me a little bit about this book. I don't usually notice like writing and stuff, but I did notice it a little bit in this one with the amount of times she explained how grey Kai's eyes were. And at times I was just like, okay, we get it, he has grey eyes, we get it. So that got on my nerves a little bit, but I'm still giving it a 5 star because it was incredible. The whole plot, the story, the way, the twists it took, the way it ended. This book made me cry 2 times at the ending. I was an emotional wreck, it broke my heart, and I can't not give it 5 stars with the way it did make me feel and the way I was giddy. I don't know, I did really love this book so much, and I just think the second one is gonna hit different. And I think Lauren Roberts is incredible for writing this at 19 years old. She is so talented and she has created 2 of the best characters ever, and I also love the side characters. Adina was one of my favourites. I loved Adina and I loved Kai's brother as well, but I feel like I'm gonna learn to hate Kai's brother in the second one. I don't know though, we'll see what happens, but I did really enjoy him in this one. He was very boring compared to Kai, but he was still super sweet and I did still really like him as a character. Absolutely obsessed. I loved the trials as well. The trials in this were so good and they were so easy to imagine. Like I didn't struggle to imagine anything in this book. I always get scared going into a new world because I'm scared I'm not going to be able to understand it. I'm scared I'm not going to be able to imagine it, but this, the way Lauren Roberts wrote about it, it was so easy to imagine. It's the last trial. One of the scenes nearly made me feel sick because I could just imagine it in my head and I was like, oh my god. I loved the 2 characters on their own. I loved how powerful Payden was. I love a powerful female character. We love to see it. And obviously one of my favourite tropes is when the evil guy becomes soft for the girl, and I just feel like his heart has been absolutely shattered and her heart has been absolutely shattered, and the second book is going to break my heart. So I'm not prepared, I'm scared. I have it on pre-order, literally pre-ordered it before I even read this because I kind of knew. I knew in my head that I was going to probably give this 5 stars. I just rambled about this book a lot, but 5 stars, highly recommend it. You need to read it. TikTok was correct with this one. It is so good. The last book we will be reading in this video is Caraval. I am so excited to get into this world. This is going to be a quick read, I feel like, 'cause the font is massive. It's YA. And I just know Stephanie Garber, I know her writing, I know her storytelling, I know how good she is, so I just feel like I'm going to love this and I'm very excited to get into this. So every year there's a performance called Caraval, and it's a once-a-year performance and it's very hard to get in. The main character Scarlett gets an invite. Her and her sister both get an invite to this famous Caraval, but when they get there, Scarlett realises that the main mission of this year's performance is to find her sister. Teller is kidnapped her sister by the Caraval's mastermind organiser, Legend, and it turns out that the season's Caraval revolves around Teller, and whoever finds her first is the winner. So basically Scarlett has to go through this Caraval and find her sister, and I'm guessing there's going to be loads of twists and turns. Let's get into Caraval. I'm very excited to read some more of Stephanie Garber because she is one of my all-time favourite authors. One last thing, so I have a discount code for you guys. This is not sponsored, this is just my friend on Instagram, and she makes really cute bookmarks. Look at them, they're so freaking cute. So if you want to get your hands on these beautiful bookmarks, I have a discount code for you guys because she so kindly gave me a discount code to give to you if you want to get some cute bookmarks. My discount code on Digital Store on Etsy is Courtney25 off. So if you want to get 25% off and go order yourself some cute bookmarks, I highly recommend because these are just so freaking cute. I'm going to show you some of my favourites. So we have this one that's got dark romance lover on it. This one that says spicy romance book club and then has all these cute designs on. I'm just obsessed. Oh, this one as well is so cute. Single, taken, multiple book boyfriends with these cute designs on the back as well. One with all the tropes on. Like, I am truly obsessed. I've got to show this one that says booktrovert on it. And then it says introverted but willing to discuss books, which is so me. This is probably my favourite that she's ever made. It says, in my cowboy romance era, and then on the back it's got loads of cowboy boots on and a cowboy hat. Like, it's just so cute. So yeah, again, if you want to get some cute bookmarks on Digital Store, use my code Courtney25 off. Go order yourself some really cute ones because these are so affordable as well, so I highly recommend. Let's choose one to read with Caraval. Which one am I feeling? Let's do this one. So this one says Romantasy Book Club and it's got loads of butterflies on. So I'm going to use that one for my Caraval reading. Hi, so I am 154 pages into Caraval. I'm really enjoying it. The plot is super fun. I am finding myself comparing it a little bit to Once Upon a Broken Heart, which is really bad because I'm obviously not going to enjoy it as much as Once Upon a Broken Heart because that series is everything to me, so I need to stop comparing it. They're two completely different series. They might be in the same world, but they're very different, and I'm trying not to do that. I realised when I was like 100-ish pages in, I was really badly comparing it, and I need to just stop because it's just not going to compare. I just need to treat this as its own series, as its own book, because that's what it is. Other than that though, I am really enjoying it. The plot is really fun, loving Stephanie's writing. It's not as... I'm not connecting to it as much as I did with Once Upon a Broken Heart. Like, I don't feel... I'm not feeling much right now, but again, I am literally just at the start of the story. We're just jumping into the whole Caraval and everything to do with that. I think the reason why I'm comparing it is as soon as I started reading Once Upon a Broken Heart, I fell in love. Whereas with this, it's taken a while to get into it. Although I am really enjoying the characters, I really enjoy Julian and Scarlett as a duo in this. I feel like they are a really good duo. Where the story's going and the whole Caraval vibes and the way it got introduced in the story is super fun. I really love that. And I can't wait to get more into the story and into the plot because I feel like I am literally just at the first quarter of the story. So yeah, I don't really have loads to say, but just know that I am enjoying it, but not as much as Once Upon a Broken Heart, and I'm trying not to compare it. But yeah, I'll probably update maybe when I'm like 300-ish pages if I have anything to say. I just love Stephanie Garber. Like, her worlds are so magical, and this is very magical as well. I am 300 pages into Caraval, and this has gotten so much better. Like, the plot has really thickened. It's got a lot more high stakes. The couple in it, like the duo, is incredible. I love Julian and Scarlett together. They are so fun to read. Julian has a lot of secrets, and then Scarlett has a lot of trauma, and just learning more about them is so good. And then also when they come together, they are so good together. Like, I just love them together. And I love that they're both going through the trials of Caraval together. It's really interesting. There was just a scene like 10-ish or so pages ago that literally had me so scared. I was like, what is gonna happen here? I was literally terrified. I was on the edge of my seat. Like, oh, Stephanie Garber knows how to write a intense scene, I'll just say that was really good. I literally only have 100 pages left. I don't think this is going to be a 5-star, but I do think it's probably going to be around a 4-star because I am really loving it. I'm not as invested in this book as I was with Divine Rivals and Powerless. Like, the love story in them two just hit the heart in a different way, whereas in this one I'm just enjoying it, if that makes sense. I don't know how to describe a 5-star feeling. It's just it's so different, you know. Stephanie Garber, she has such cool plot ideas, and I love the whole magical elements to this. It gets a bit confusing at times because you're like, not confusing, that's the wrong word, but it's like, what is going on sort of thing. But I think that's the point. You're gonna figure it out at the end. And I love the little clues and things that are happening in here with the mystery. Like, it's really good. The scenes with the tunnels as well, they were so good. Like, I just love Stephanie Garber and the way she writes. She really makes it so immersive, and it's just the best. And this is so whimsical, which, if you know Stephanie Garber, you know she is the queen of whimsical writing. I could speak about Stephanie forever, I just love her so much. She's literally my #1 author. But yeah, I'm gonna finish this and then I will let you know my review and my feelings. Hi, so please ignore the way I look and my skin. I am not doing too great at the moment. My eczema's really badly flaring up, but we need to wrap up this video, so that's what we're gonna do. I have finished Caraval and I really enjoyed this. I think, as I said earlier, the plot's really fun, but because this book didn't make me feel a lot of emotions, like, I was just enjoying it, but I wasn't really reacting. Whereas I feel like books that are 4 and 5-star, I react to a lot. Like, I'm sort of like giggling and laughing and crying and getting frustrated or whatever emotion it is. This book didn't pull too many emotions out of me apart from enjoyment. So I think I'm going to give it a 3.75 stars, which is still a really good rating. Like, I still really enjoyed this book, but I think I gave this book a bit of a disadvantage after reading the other 2 books in this video. It's such a unique plot idea and very whimsical, very magical and fun. So yeah, as you can see, I don't have loads to say about it, so that makes it, that's obviously it's not a 4 or 5 star. Let's do a wrap up of all the books we read in this video. So we started off with Divine Rivals. We started off really strong, gave this 5 stars, really loved it. Then we read Powerless by Lauren Roberts, also gave this one a 5-star. This was so tense, I loved it, loved the plot and loved the trials and everything. You've already heard everything I loved about these books, but yeah, 5 star. Lastly, obviously we read Caraval and I gave this a 3.75 star. So I think what we've learned from this video is I need to read more fantasy because I loved every single one of these books. I got 2 5 stars, like this was a really successful reading vlog. And romantasy is definitely one of my favourite genres now. Like, I think it's such a good genre because it's got the romance, but it's also got the magical elements of a fantasy world and the scary elements that sometimes come with a fantasy world as well, like with trials and stuff that happened in Powerless, and the gods and stuff in Divine Rivals, and the mystical Caraval leader in Caraval. Like, there's elements to them that add on so much more than just romance, and it makes the romance so much better. So yeah, I definitely need to read more fantasy romance. Obviously got 3 new series that I'm going to be reading. Not super excited about that, but I know I'll probably finish, like, they're all fairly short series, so they won't take me too long, and I'm happy to be in these series now because I love all of these worlds so much. My favourite from this video was defo Divine Rivals. This is forever in my heart. I'm thinking about it all the time. But yeah, I hope you all enjoyed this video. Give it a big thumbs up, subscribe, and I will see you in the next one. I love you all. Bye.